Hello, I'm Jane. This time we are gonna read Much Madness is Divinest Sense by Emily Dickinson. She lived much of her life in reclusive isolation. Emily wrote a mountain of poems, like over 1800, but only a few were released during her lifetime. However, her younger sister discovered her poems after her death in 1886, leading to be finally published to the public. Emily's poetry is quite dark, and she mainly wrote about death and immortality. It's interesting that there isn't any title of her poems, so the first line becomes the title. Now let's appreciate Much Madness is Divinest Sense.
Much Madness is Divinest Sense by Emily Dickinson. Much madness is divinest sense to a discerning eye. Much sense, the starkest madness. 'Tis the majority in this azure prevail. Ascend, and you are sane. Demure, you are straightway dangerous, and handled with a chain.
The first line, Much Madness is Divinest Sense, shows paradox by highlighting people's protest against the wrong society is the most sensible and discerning deed. As similar to most of her poetry, she writes in iambic meter and uses slant rhyme, as lines 1, 3, and 7 end with sense, madness, dangerous, and lines 6 and 8, insane and trained. This poem very strongly voices resistance against the illogical system that the majority follows. Cause it's a wrong standard, the speaker here criticizes how the mass treat the skeptical people of the majority opinions. From the 5 line, the speaker points out the social oppression. We could see how much Emily had anger towards the system, keeping down individuals' voice and freedom. This poem indicates a powerful feeling of personal suffering. This poem reminds me of so many things. First, it brings the cultural difference between collectivism and individualism to my mind. I grew up in the former that maintains having a general point of view belonging to the group, not expressing individual's voice. Second, considering the time setting of this poem, it calls the Mexican-American War to my mind. Henry David Thoreau was put in prison because he rejected to pay poll tax against the war. We could see he had a discerning eye and much sense. Do you agree with me? Aside from this, we can find a number of examples of the unusual behavior of someone having a great deal of sense, that is, a discerning eye, versus illogical system, and the majority following the wrong rule. I hope you have a time to think of it by reading this poem. I will be back with another new poem next time. Thank you for listening.